What's going on, gardeners? It's Easter weekend and it's so beautiful out, but I can already feel spring starting to slip away. And I just want to take this minute and ask everyone to pause and just look at all of the beauty around us as everything comes back to life again. And I just want to quickly take you around my yard and show you this beauty firsthand. After a devastatingly cold winter, my Meyer lemon had the best flower it has ever had. It looks absolutely beautiful, and while the flowering is done, the fruits are starting to show, and I think I'm going to have a record harvest on this beautiful tree. My Lila avocado, which also took a beating this winter, has come back in full, and while it's not going to be a particularly fruitful year, it is healthy, and we will come back strong next year. My Satsuma took so much damage. It was almost completely defoliated, and look what it has done in reward. It has come back in the biggest, most intense bloom that I have ever had. So despite the fact that this tree got harmed in the cold, it is coming back stronger than ever, and I think I'm going to have more oranges than I've ever had in my life. Apple trees are late bloomers compared to most, but they are coming along incredibly. This apple tree is starting to bloom. The one next to it was the first one that broke. This is the Sundowner apple, and the blooms are just absolutely gorgeous. I am having a bloom like I've never had before. I guess the apples really enjoyed the cold winter. This Wine Crisp apple isn't too far behind. It is doing great. And in fact, I even noticed in my ground cover right here, I'm starting to already get Easter strawberries. Look at that. My peach did great. This is a new peach tree. It's only 2 years old. This Betty peach had a massive flower this year, and it has already set lots and lots of peaches, way ahead of schedule, despite the cold winter. So I'm going to have to start spraying these with Surround Kale and Clay in order to protect them. My Asian pear also did incredible. All three of these Espalier cordons right here are a different variety for cross-pollination. And wow, can you say heavy flower and set? I have so many pears on this little tree. In fact, this one up here is the furthest along. Lots and lots of pear clusters. And of course, Asian persimmons never let me down. They're one of the best performers. They're a little behind this year, so I haven't really caught many flowers on them, but they're leafing out and looking beautiful. Actually, there's a bunch of flowers right there. Very happy about that. Then we have my pawpaw trees, and while I thought I wasn't going to have any cross-pollination this year, I think for the first time ever, I'm getting little pawpaw fruit. So that means that either this variety is partially self-fertile, which is possible, this is the Prima variety, or it got pollination from some wild pawpaws locally. Not quite sure. This peach tree is coming along beautiful as well, fully leafed out. I don't really see many fruits on it yet, but it's a little bit of a later bloomer. And all of my citrus trees that got really beat up in the cold have all put on new leaves. They were so defoliated. They look so terrible. But yet, look at this. Flowers everywhere. There are fruits setting in the back. I'm going to have some nice citrus there. All of them coming along nicely. And then in the back, my brand new avocado tree, which got beat up, survived the winter, and it's putting on a little bit of growth. My pomegranate tree is just starting to wake up, so there's not too much to see there, but it's doing well. My 4-in-1 grafted pluot tree is really doing well. It woke up early, and I thought I saw some pluots on here somewhere. Maybe I was seeing things, but we'll give it more time. This is a brand new persimmon tree. I don't really expect it to do much this year, but it is waking up, and it is possible we will get a few flowers on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Flowers on this brand new persimmon. That's a coffee cake variety. My almond tree has also woken up and is doing very well. Very happy to see that. Here's a nice panning shot of the yard. My blackberries have had a flower like no other. I'm going to have thousands of blackberries all over. The bees have been going crazy here. The grapes are just starting to wake up and flower. This one is a Mars variety. And then the one next to it is a disease-resistant Mrs. Munson variety. So, hey, look, this one's actually already setting grape clusters ahead of schedule. Isn't that nice? The figs woke up late this year, which really worked in my advantage because it was such a cold winter, and as a result, the cold damage has been negligible. So there's not too much to see on these yet, but they're going to look really good in probably a few more weeks. My bananas got smoked, but they'll come back to life soon. The Giambo persimmon always outperforms. I always know I'm going to have a good year on this tree. It's already setting just tons of fruit. Last year was its alternate bearing year, where it maybe only set, I don't know, 30 to 40 fruits. So this year it is probably going to outperform since it likes to alternate bear. Then our other fig trees, they are just starting to wake up and they are looking great. So I am so thankful that despite the coldest winter I've ever experienced, everything is coming back to life. And of course the garden looks great as always. We have our early determinate tomatoes in. Our onions will be ready for harvest earlier than ever before. A lot of our original brassicas are starting to go to seed, but we have beautiful mustard greens that are still in their prime. We have lots and lots of cabbages that are starting to head. I think that's going to be a nice head of cabbage right there. We have Swiss chard coming around. The garlic is looking absolutely stellar. Next to that, we have all of our pea plants coming up. They're all snap peas. And while our cilantro is starting to go to seed because of the warm weather, we have lots of broccoli rabe. We have leaf lettuce. Our arugula is starting to go to seed, but that's okay because we have radishes and carrots right behind it. Asparagus galore. All of our asparagus are coming up. The garlic actually has another row of onions planted right below it. And then in this raised garden bed right here, I have so much good stuff. I have lots and lots of romaine lettuce. I have more broccoli, more cabbage, romanesco, cauliflower, bok choy. Everything just looks so good. I'm so thrilled with the results, and the insect netting really helps make that possible. And then in here, I have the best looking Brussels sprouts I have ever grown in my entire life, and I expect them to start forming Brussels sprouts on them soon. So please, take a moment and just walk around your yard and garden and take in all of the rebirth, the coming back to life. This is truly a miracle. It's a great time to be alive, and everything this time of year just tastes so much sweeter. Even the asparagus. And that's today's 2-minute garden tip. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell to receive new video notifications, and check out our Amazon storefront and spread shop in the video description for a list of the gardening products I use and awesome custom designed apparel and other gear. Your support is greatly appreciated.